Hey everybody, welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy, and I decided I have so many projects, but I just don't really know what to do next on the roadmap. So I just decided, well, let's kind of keep working in this one for today, and I'll do something different the next time. So I haven't done a single thing to this since yesterday when we basically got it ready to work in. This is my newly printed prompt list, so I've gone ahead and circled the ones that I did in the other book. So I'm going to start with other ones first. And the one that I want to do today is number 6, use texture paste. So let me find what do I want to use? Let's use this pen. So I'm going to do little check marks, I guess, instead of circles. So number 6, use texture paste. So as far as where to start in here, I don't want to start necessarily right on the very first page. Should we start in the middle? Maybe let me find a page that could use a little bit of help with masking tape, like this one. So I'm going to go get some masking tape. I'll be right back. Okay, that took a minute. I've moved everything around in my room, and I really don't know where anything is right now. So, okay. Let's go ahead and get this taped up, and hopefully a little sturdier. So I don't have a really solid plan for what we're going to do today, so your guess is as good as mine on what ends up happening. I suppose maybe if I choose to show the end result as my first image, I don't know, we'll see. I might try and keep you guys in the dark on it too. But anyway, so okay, this was from the other day. I don't want to use this, but I do like the back side of that. That's kind of cool. I was going after this part of it so I can protect my surface, actually. So let me open this up. And how do I want to do that? Got some empty pages in the front. I'll go ahead and do this. Not that I think I'm going to get stuff all over the place, but, you know, better safe than sorry, I suppose. So I hope everybody is having a good day. For those of you in the United States, I don't know about you, but I am definitely looking forward to Friday. I took Friday off, so I'm going to have an extra long weekend this time. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm kind of hoping nobody wants to do anything for Memorial Day, because I could use some... I'm alone a lot of the time, but I kind of could use some downtime from people. Isn't that bad? Oh, sometimes I worry about myself. Oh, let me show you what I'm doing. Okay, so I got some basics by Liquitex. This is just some gesso. So just going to prepare the page because we're going to start with texture paste. So I want to make sure and get the page good and ready for all of what we're maybe going to do. Like I said, I really don't know what we're going to do yet, but either way, I'm going to prepare the page. So go ahead and smooth this all out and dry it, and I'll come back with you after that. Okay, so that is pretty well dry. We're going to be adding more water and wetness to it, so it's dry enough for right now. Okay, so I have several kinds of different texture paste. This isn't necessarily, well, maybe it could be called a texture. It's an effect paste. This is by Finnabair. Picked this up somewhat recently from Michaels, but they were clearancing it out, so I don't know that you can still get it. But the color is Golden Nugget, And supposedly this is what it's going to look like. So yeah, so we'll see how it goes. So the thing though is it said to, no, it said use texture paste. I was getting, so number 6 says use texture paste, and then I was reading the word start from number 7. Okay, because I was thinking I needed to start with texture paste, but this one's just start with mark making. That's good. Good, good, good. Okay, so we're gonna hold off on this for just right now. I pulled out, this is some Vicki Boutin, these are water-soluble art crayons, gel crayons basically. Here are the colors in them. This set is, they're probably named something. I don't know what the name of this one would be. Yeah, I don't think I see. Anyway, these are kind of like the earth tone colors. So I thought we could maybe use some of this and see kind of what happens on our background. As you can see, I really haven't used these except for this one, which is a gorgeous color. Let's see. So this one looks like black, a gray, dark gray. This is a brown. But according to this, it's not maybe the brown I'm thinking. I think that's the brown I'm thinking. I definitely like that peacock color. Is this the lighter brown? Okay, well, let's take one out and see what happens. I think I'm going to go for this one. And we'll just kind of go like this and kind of go like that. I'm not gonna draw any kind of design. I'll take my paintbrush with some water, and these are water soluble, so let's add some water and see what happens. Basically I just want to kind of create some background layers in the background. Oh, looks like my paintbrush is losing hairs. Just experimenting. We'll see what happens. Oh, I wonder if I should go get some of that metallic paint, because I really did like that. And there's a lot of it. I don't know that I'll ever use it all. So I really should use it more. Or try and remember to use it anyway. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so don't necessarily want to cover every single spot, but just gonna kind of join the pages here, make an inky little mess. You know what I should have done? I should have done more than one color. Let's see, so we did that one. Let's do this other one here. Let's see how these colors work together. I also pulled out some other paints. So far I'm not loving this combination. It's looking a little poopy. But, you know, if it really looks terrible, I can cover all of it with something else and start over. Basically right now I'm just trying to get rid of my scribble marks and move the paint around. I wonder. Move the color around, that's what I meant to say. It's not paint. It's kind of a paint in some kind of shape or way. Okay, so not loving the colors, but I'm going to go ahead and yeah, it's a lot worse looking in the camera. I'm going to dry this and we're going to take a look and see what we got. Okay, so this is looking like a hot mess, so let's do something about it. Yeah, this lighter brown color really did not help matters at all. So I pulled out some distress paint. This one is Ground Espresso. And then I pulled out some tarnished brass. And actually, I'm wondering too if adding some of this green could make it really, really, really bad. Like, we're looking a little sick, but this is like an extra layer of sick potentially. But let's go ahead and I think I'm gonna put a bit of this down and kind of see what happens. Don't need tons because it may not work the way that I want. But I kind of want to knock back this really grody color of brown here. Okay, add some down here, just a little bit. And like I said, I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just putting things down, using water, seeing what happens, and moving on and going from there. So, okay, well, the Ground Espresso definitely helped. But now we have another kind of a mess. Oh boy, okay. Let's see. Boy, it's kind of icky. Let's just do a little bit of that and I did like this color peeking out, so I'm hoping that when I dry this, hopefully it'll kind of stick around a little bit. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more water. See what that does. Okay, I'm gonna dry this and I'll come right back. Alrighty, so here we have something. Alright, so I'm like kind of not sure what to do right now. I feel like it needs color, but I don't know how. Well, let's go ahead and try some texture paste and see what that'll do. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this open. Why do they do this? They make it so very difficult. Okay, so this is gonna be clear except for the granules. I had pulled out a stencil to use, but now that I'm looking at this, I'm not sure if that's gonna work. So here's the stencil I pulled out. It's by Art Minds. And really, I pulled it out because I thought this would be a good one to use, but you know, I could do more than that in a different color, potentially. Am I gonna show you this footage or not? I think, yeah, I will, because I show you guys what happens. It's not always sunshine and rainbows, guys. Let's see, how can I fix this? I'm gonna go get some acrylic paint. Okay, so I pulled out, this is just some cheapo acrylic paint in the color Fawn. So it's just a lighter brown color. I think I'm gonna just kind of paint over most of what we got here because I'm really not a fan of what we got. So hopefully I can kind of fix it now. What the heck? Oh, we've got a clog. Oh, I also grabbed, this is some, also acrylic paint. It's in like a little paint pen kind of a thing in the color crimson. I don't know. I thought I'd try it, see what happens. Might crash and burn again. Oh boy, this has been sealed up for a long time. Maybe we won't use this. Where'd my... Because I do still like this down here, so I'm thinking maybe go back to that original, it was this crayon, pull that one out, original crayon, and that with this crimson might be a good kind of combination, so we'll find out. Not sure. But I kind of just want to cover up a lot of this disaster right here. And we can start over. Because I have to remember, I still am going to add a bunch of stuff over the top of this, so this really is just the base layer. Oops. Okay. It's just fun to play with paint and get messy sometimes, right? Okay, so I haven't given up on the textured bronze, or tarnished brass is what that one is, either, but the poopy brown color had to go. I was not happy with that at all. So let me go ahead and dry this and I'll be right back. Okay, that's feeling dry. Let me make sure that you're in frame. Okay, so starting over. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add some more of this kind of throughout in the background, and we'll kind of go back to square one. I might need to change my water. This is exactly what I needed today. I know this just doesn't look like much to you guys, but my brain was kind of like, nah, no more. We need a break. So, yeah, getting messy and having fun is just what the doctor ordered. Okay. Yep, this is better. This is more, not really what I had in mind at all, but I can work better with this now. And actually, I don't mind that the darker brown is peeking out in places because it's adding interest. So, okay, I'm gonna dry this one more time. Okay, so dry enough to work on again. Alright, so as I was coming back, I had an idea. I have some scrap. This is Painter's, you know, the protective paper that they use. only instead of being in craft color, it's in green. And so I thought I would use some of this as some additional texture in the background. So I'm going to go ahead and paste some of this down here and there and kind of mess around with this a little bit and see what happens. I like the green color kind of maybe coming through. I don't know. The colors right now are not my favorite. I'm going to keep working through it and hopefully make something out of this. So we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm also going to grab, whoops, I have, here it is, some of this. It's textured. Here we go, smaller piece. Some craft, the colored packing paper that's got this cool texture to it. So we'll add some of that in there as well. Kind of see what we can come up with. I needed some matte gel medium for my glue. And I've got just everything everywhere. So move this off to the side and get my icky paintbrush. All right. Side. All right, now what do I do next? While I was getting that lighter color of brown, I also grabbed some, this is called Vanilla Cream, Anita's acrylic paint. I think I'm gonna try using the stencil now. Sorry, a friend is trying to see if I want to get drinks on Thursday. I think I'm gonna try using just my finger. Whoops, that is way too much. Put some here. And just going over it like this. Oh, and I've got messy fingers, otherwise I would mute my phone. Hold on. So I'm just gonna kind of go over this like you see here and see what I can come up with in random places. Okay, well, I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure what I want to do right now. It's not my favorite. I feel like I need some kind of focal point, and we're still working on background, but we haven't added texture paste yet. So, and I originally thought maybe this red would be nice, but I think it's gonna look Christmas if I do that, and I don't want Christmas happening on here. So, okay. So I still have some of this tarnished brass, which would be cool. We've still got some ground espresso. I think we need a little bit of darkness happening. So I'm gonna try and just kind of see what happens if I'm gonna go around the edges of like this and kind of see what happens if I add water and let it kind of drip down. I also refreshed my water in my jar too, so it was getting too messy. So okay, so do some over here. And I'll just start in these places first and then see what happens from that and go from there. Okay. I didn't really want it to do that. Get this. Okay. I'm going to add some to these two. And some at the top up here. Okay, now it's grungier. Now it's more what I was hoping for. We needed it to be moodier, guys. It wasn't moody enough. Alright, I'm gonna dry this and I'll be back with you. I like that you can still kind of see some of the drawing or the, you know, actually, I'm gonna add some more back in. I think I might be getting close to the you're working it too much stage though, so I don't want to go too far. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, I'm gonna dry this and I'll be right back. Okay, it's still a little bit tacky, but I'm gonna go ahead and do my texture paste now, I think. And I think instead of using a stencil or anything, I'm just gonna go for it and put it randomly throughout the page and see kind of what we get. Oh, you know what? I really should put down. I need to find something to use as like a focal point. I'm loving this a whole lot more now, guys. I don't think I said that. So let's see. Oh, I have some old vintage. I have some old photo. Okay, I'm gonna go look in my books. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So I went and found this book, which is This Fabulous Century, 1870 to 1900 by Time Life Books. I've basically torn the whole thing apart, and so all the pages are loose. Went through the whole thing, and the very first page spread I had open was this one, and it just always cracks me up. So obviously this is too big for me to use the entire thing, but I'm thinking I'd like to use at least these guys on this, well, at least her and her on this side, and then I'm thinking definitely need him because he's the whole reason. Like, her expression and his expression are like telling a story. So alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and rip out around this, and I'm gonna just start with the whole gang and see. This is still wet, so I'm trying not to drag it through there. Okay. America, 1870 to 1900. I don't know that I want to save that, but I'll go ahead and hang on to it. Yeah, this is gonna cover everything, so this is still kind of wet. Okay, so I can't have, I don't think he's gonna fit, so let's do her, and then I like his expression too, so I'm gonna see if I can, very carefully whip around him. Okay. Well, we could make this work. It's going to cover a lot of what I did. Her expression is just hilarious. No, I'm going to get rid of that guy, I think. Not sure how to think about this or how to feel about it. Okay, so get rid of this straight line very carefully. Sorry, my neighbors are obviously having people over and being very loud and annoying. Okay, well, I didn't mean to take her out of it, so let's go ahead and just remove that other lady. There we go. Okay. So if we did that there, and him kind of up here. They need to be more at eye level though, so okay. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do something with this. I'm not sure quite what to think about it. Oh, I need my gel matte medium again. So let's go ahead and paste these down and figure out what to do next, I guess. Okay, that's dry-ish. I'm going to take this black to my pictures and, well, or do I want to? Oh my gosh, Bird, calm down. Something's got him up in a tizzy. Okay, I gotta put some stuff away. I'm gonna put some stuff away. Grab my all pencil, but I'm not sure that's what I want just yet. Okay. Okay, got my all pencil. I'm going to trace around these roughly and messily. Hopefully you can see that. Just to kind of hopefully help separate them from the background a little bit. I know, we're still not to the texture paste. We'll get there. Let's see what happens if I do this with my finger. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Just gonna add some scribbles here and there. I don't know why. And if they look stupid, I can always, you know, get rid of them with water. I might be making a mistake by doing this, but hey. I've made a lot of mistakes in this one today. So it's a few more. Okay, so go over that. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's do some scribbles. Grunging it up. Okay, now, how about some texture paste, anyone? Since it's still sitting here and open. Oh, I hope I didn't wreck it. It's got kind of like a skin on the top now. Okay, let's mix that in. Alright, so I'm going to just kind of go over this kind of randomly in places just to add some texture here and there. Like that. And that's it. And that's all I want to do. So I'm going to dry that. I don't know how well you can even see it. I'm going to dry that, clean off my stuff, and I'll be back with you again. Okay, so it's not completely dry, but I want to add a caption. And I realize now I probably should have done that before I put the texture paste down. but we can use some glue and it'll just work. It'll be fine. So go ahead and pull out some art glitter glue. And I'll try and find a place to put a caption on here. Grab my tweezers to help me out. Okay. I need an H. I'll go ahead and speed this up for you so you don't have to watch the whole thing in slow motion. Okay guys, so that let me pull it up closer for you to see. I did Hey Girl in a funny way, not in a weird gross way. So don't take it that way. I just think it was funny because the look on her face is like, not in a million years is that happening. Anyway, okay, so it's basically done. I don't want to do the heat gun on it anymore because I think it's just going to make it have bad things. It's already kind of started bubbling there. So I thought I'd add a little bit. So I pulled this tarnished brass out and I think it would be fine, but I don't think it's going to be as metallic as I want it to be. So I pulled out, this is another thing from Finnabair. It's called Steampunk Copper. It's metallic acrylic paint. So I'm going to take my watered down brush and I'm just going to put some here and add some water to it and do some splashes, I think. So hopefully that will work. Yep. Oh, got a big splash. Get another big splash down here. There we go. Okay, now I'm just making a big mess everywhere. Alright guys, I'll dry this. Well, I'll let it sit to dry and then I'll come back and show you the final thing when it's all said and done. So I'll be back in just a jiffy. Alright everyone, well, I certainly didn't expect this to be the end result, but in the end, I'm pretty darn happy. So a couple of takeaways to remember. This texture paste is kind of cool, but I don't know if you can see, it's got a glossy finish, which I'm really not a huge fan of. But I guess I'll know that going forward if I decide to use it again or whenever I decide to use it again. The end, that metallic paint really helped, I think. There was some cool things happening with that metallic paint and the Stabilo All Pencil. It's still somewhat damp, so I'm just going to let it dry overnight like this, but the texture paste also, I mean, it's got texture. It's bumpy and grainy, kind of like sandpaper, but yeah, so this is how it turned out. Kind of liking it a lot, actually. Oh, we got to put the number and the date. So, number 6, use texture paste. So I'm going to just write number 6 on here in kind of a smallish pen. This is a 0.1. So I'll just do number 6 down here and then grab my stamp so that I make sure and remember what the date is. What is the date? It's the 25th today. So May 25th. It's Tuesday. Why is it, well, it's Tuesday for me. It's Wednesday for you. This week feels like it's taking forever. Probably because I have the Friday off and a long weekend ahead of me. Alright guys, there we have it. The end product. There's the date and the number. Oh, that poor guy. He's funny. The whole thing is funny to me. Okay guys, that'll be it for me for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. I certainly had fun with it. I'm gonna do more of this kind of stuff once in a while, I think, in this journal, because this was a lot of fun for me. And I've got all these really awesome supplies that I'm just not using. So love paper, but we gotta do some mixed media once in a while too, I think. So alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.